Welcome to Weekly Cheats, where after a week of eating clean, it's time for something sweet. Today we're going to be making eggnog ice cream that's going to have dark chocolate chunks and crushed peppermint mixed in. Okay, this recipe is pretty simple. We're going to use 6 whole pasteurized eggs. So you can pasteurize your own eggs at home. Just heat up some water to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Can't remember what that is Celsius, but I can put that in the description. Keep it there for about 4 minutes or 3 minutes if the eggs are already at room temperature, and then cool them off, running them under cold water till you cool them back down. Kill all the germs in there, and you're fine to work with raw eggs at that point. 6 pasteurized eggs, 2 cups of sugar, and a teaspoon of salt is what we're gonna start with. While this is beating, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of our vanilla. All right, so now that we've beat the sugar and the eggs and the salt in and the vanilla in, we're gonna add about 3/4 of a cup of half and half to help thin the sugar out. Otherwise, it's just super, super grainy. We're gonna beat this for about 2 minutes. I have this giant bar of Calibay dark chocolate. This has been my favorite one. I like to just chop it off. I use a little wood chisel now with a mallet to get it off because I feel like using a big knife, I'm just afraid I'm gonna cut my fingers off. So we're gonna try to shave off of this about 2.5 cups worth of chocolate after we chop it up. All right, so we've got our chocolate all chopped up. We're gonna be using Southern Comfort eggnog. It is the only eggnog that's appropriate for this, but if you don't have it available, you can use an inferior brand, it's okay. You won't know the difference. But if you have access to Southern Comfort, that's what you should be using. Now we're just gonna pour both of these in. We are gonna go just a little bit, we're gonna just cover the third from the bottom. This is a 6-quart recipe, so we're gonna cover this rung up. And we'll use regular cream to do the rest of that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this up with ice and salt, okay? What I like to do is for every ring here and to the top, I like to put the ice down, and then at this level, I'll do a ring of salt all the way around, more ice, another ring at this level, and then at the very top, fill it all the way to the top, and then do 1 more ring of salt. After about 12 to 14 minutes, the ice will melt down, so throw more ice on top so that the very top of this, the heat that gets thrown off from the motor will reflect through the metal, and the top of your ice cream will be really soupy. So throw ice on top of it and it'll stop. The motor will shut off, or you should be done around 22 to 24 minutes. All right, we've finished churning. Well, let's go ahead and get the blade out. Oh, yeah. Let's see here, where. Don't want to waste any. Okay, last thing that we need to do for this is we're just going to pulverize some candy canes. I still have some left over from the last time I made this. I don't need to do a ton. You just want to crush it up into a dust. We don't mix this in. We just sprinkle this on as we layer it out into the containers or into a bowl if you're going to eat it right away. That way you don't mix it into the ice cream, because then the peppermint's the only thing that you'll taste. We want to be able to have that as a contrasting flavor, so that's why we layer it. First thing, start with a little bit of this peppermint down on the bottom here. You don't need to go very heavy on it. I would tilt it, but it'd slide to the one side. So you don't have to go super heavy on the peppermint because it's very potent and flavorful. Really all we're looking to do here is just layer every little while. So as you scoop down through it, you get some peppermint. Got my stainless steel double wall bowls. As you can see, I have chilled them. Throw a little bit down. All right, everyone, so here's our eggnog ice cream with dark chocolate chunks and crushed peppermint mixed in. If you like this recipe, make sure you're subscribed, share it. Also, if you'd be so kind, tell me what type of ice cream you'd like to see me make next. Enjoy. I will. Ooh, no, another chunk. Oh. Yeah.